G'day viewers, welcome to another super cool repair video from the Goat Shed, located in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. So it's been a little while since we did our last video. We've had a few things happening here and construction still going on. Sort of limits what we've been able to do in a way. And Graham and his brother have been sick for the last week and a half, so I've sort of been working a little bit on my own, on and off. But we're back at it today. But everyone can see right before your eyes, there he is, he's back. Spanky the goat. All back from the vet, all repaired. Lots of transplant surgery, rehabilitation. This has cost a small fortune. But he's back. So he's already looking forward to going to the pub this afternoon. And I guess that'll test out the liver they put in him, a transplanted liver. His other one was shot. Can't understand why. The goat's just a drunk. But needless to say, he's back in time to oversee the resurgence of the Gottlieb 1969 target pool. So yesterday we finished off doing the innards of the back box, and the cabinet was wet sanded, so that's all done. Graham's outside now doing the actual cabinet. This is the Lightbox, of course. Now what we anticipate is that once we've done this, it should work pretty well. Now bearing in mind this is the machine we did the video on, of total strip down of the sequence bank. So the big test will be when we put that back together to see how we actually went with it. Now the back box itself, the mechanisms have had a few, if you like, hacks. I'm not sure. I'm going to show you in a minute. A lot of the common grounding wire was cut, and there's little bits of red wire being put in place at some point in time. There's obviously a good reason for this, but that sort of looks a little bit untidy. I mean, the only way you really could have fixed it was to replace all that wire, which is a pretty big job. But this has had a new back glass fitted, which is really, really nice. Not certain where it came from, but there it is. Looks lovely. You can just see a little bit of the LED lights in the roof are shining right on that guy's chin there and just near the score reels. But that's okay. I'll get rid of those. This is a really nice back glass. Now target pool, as most people would know, is quite a fun game. And I enjoyed playing the one we had here last time. I think that might have been this one before we pulled it apart. But you know, I forgot to mention, today is actually Saturday, the 19th of May 2023. So we're almost halfway through the month of May, and when we get to the 1st of June, that'll be our winter. So today it's currently 19 degrees Celsius outside, which is roughly 66.2 degrees Fahrenheit. So we've got an expected high of about 21 today, so that's pretty good for this time of year. As long as the westerly wind doesn't blow up, we'll be laughing. Let's show you a bit about what we've been doing with this and a couple of things that we needed to address and what we did about it. Talk about confusion. Spanky just reminded me that it's Saturday the 13th of May. I said the 19th a moment ago. That's the actual temperature. See, we Australians, we're crazy. We get things confused a lot. We're now looking in the back box of this game, and maybe people can see this, but here's a wire here which we noticed had been added at some point in time. And when we look carefully, there's no wire coming out of the loom here to go onto this switch lug. Now this wire is connected from the M relay, which is the 10-point relay, to the L relay, which is the 100-point relay. And the wire, when we look at the schematic, is actually supposed to be a orange and blue wire. Now it turns out the orange and blue wire fires the add 0 to 9 unit and or the match unit. So in other words, this machine will fire that unit from either the 10-point or the 100-point relay. I've got no idea what's happened to the continuation of the orange and blue wire here. We've looked for it, but somehow it must have been cut off and it's probably tucked up in the loom. I mean, we could have undone the whole thing and looked for it, but this has been done a while ago, so we just decided we'd leave that there. We did look for an orange and blue wire, but we didn't have one. This is the original wire on there, so that's the reason that's there. So it's interesting, isn't it, that the match unit works off both the 10 and the 100. It's either one or the other, but I guess that's got something to do with the randomisation of that circuit. They seem to start to do things like that because people, there was that calculator people had trying to work out what the match was. So if it matched on 8 last time, they'd work out a little calculation to try and say, well, it's going to match on something else this time. But these things make it a lot harder. We showed you a randomisation circuit on high hand in a recent video whereby they used a motor switch on the D level, on 1D I think it was, as well as 2C. So it was possible, depending on where the motor was at what cycle, to make the match unit advance twice. Pretty clever, eh? All these things that they do to stop people trying to win a free game. Anyhow, let's have a little look at this a bit further. So, as time has gone by, what we've done, we've overhauled all these score reels. Now, we did that, wow, it's a long time ago. It could even be 12 months ago. I don't know. I can't remember. But they were all done. So we've double-checked all the relays, cleaned and adjusted those, and we've looked for any spinning contact pads that we could find. Let me just show you here, if I can, what I'm talking about with this wiring. So we can see just in here where the ground wire was broken away, and where they've broken it, they've replaced it with this red wire. There's 1, 2, 3, and I think there's another one around there. If we look carefully, where is that? Can we see in there? We probably can't see right up the back there. There's a green wire up in there. No, you can't see that. I'll try and raise that up. Where is it? There's another one up there. I'm not sure if I'm a little bit higher. Oops. Can't see it. I'll put the camera in the machine and we'll have a look. Yeah, so there it is down there. There's that green wire. They've joined it and obviously changed some lamp sockets, and I don't know, maybe they've done it in the dark and couldn't see the staples in there. I really don't know. But that's all done. So we've pretty well finished doing most things in here now. And now Spanky's had a good look at it. He's quite happy with it all. There's the replay unit was done. That's all been overhauled. As everyone knows, every machine we do the replay unit. It's interesting, isn't it? 1969, and they've done away with the big match unit and replaced it with an ASFS type relay. This one is working quite well, so that's all good. There was a couple of wires that looked like they were broken at some stage here. I'm not sure what's happened. They've joined them up. Just got to probably put a bit of tape on there. Where are we? There it is there again. A bit of tape on there, and someone's ratted a plug off the end of that. So that's the 7000 one. I've already checked the colour. Some of the colours in this are hard to read because they've faded. Oh, that's the other thing we'll do. We'll put the thing into free play. And, you know, I think we've shown you this before, but what we'll simply do is the middle switch, we'll just twist the wires together. We'll pull the cotton back and twist the wires together, and away we go. So this has had the paint job, the webbing and everything's been done on it. Let's go and see what Graham's up to. Yeah, so he's just been wet rubbing that cabinet back. It's like he's part way through it. He's disappeared for a moment. So it's looking pretty good. This was a brand new cabinet. It's one of those cabinets that we've told you about before that we have made. So we look forward to putting this all back together. We've got a nice new door for it. We showed you that in a previous video. That's all ready to go back in. Quite a nice job. Oh, there's the water he's using to rub it back. Oh, there you go. Hey, wow, how cool. So how's it coming along there, Graham?
Yeah, it's coming pretty good actually.
You happy with it?
Yeah. We mentioned it's a brand new cabinet.
Yeah, we just mentioned that just as you were walking down.
At least we get the weight from high hands for a change.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so there we go. Just got the other side to do now, and yeah, in the front, and come Monday we'll be able to start putting this back together. Well, that's the plan anyway. Okay, so the next part of renovating the goat shed is getting rid of this old shed here.
Yeah, that's all getting emptied on Monday.
Yeah, so that'll get emptied out on Monday. There's a lot of old bingo parts and everything in there.
Yeah, that's bingo.
And yeah, we'll update you on what's happening there. There's the back veranda. Very, very close to being completed. The kitchen's just got to be done. I think on Monday we've got the electrical people coming back.
And then the plumber on Tuesday.
And the plumber's coming on Tuesday.
Putting in the natural gas and the sink.
Right, there you go. So it's all happening in the goat shed. Okay, well Graham will finish that off. We've only done a short video today to give you an update on what we're up to.
So yeah, we've got Spanky going.
Yeah, and let you know about Spanky. I think everyone's excited. We put that on our Facebook page this morning.
Tomorrow's another day, so he's going to the pub tonight, so
yeah.
See what happens.
Lucky I don't come here on a Sunday. Alright people. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And hit that notification bell so you get informed of when we're doing, because we're going to do some more live stuff when that veranda's finished, because we're going to have a wireless extension out there, so we'll be able to broadcast from there quite easily. Alright, this has been another Goat Shed presentation.